Tomato seedlings. It's time to get these potted on. So I planted up my seedlings and they're in different stages. So my tomatoes are now at the point where I want to get these potted on. Okay, why do I pot them on? Well, first thing, as you can see, the roots are starting to come through, and when they're out and they hit the sunlight and the air, they get cauterized and they stop growing. And we don't want that. We want our tomato plants to have a good solid root structure. So we want to give them some more space to let those roots grow. Also, look at the size of it. You can tell now it's going to start to need a bit of space soon, because we want it to grow big and strong, because it's got to hold lots of fruit and it's going to be tall. So how do you know when it's time? Well, as I showed you, I can see the roots, but also look at the difference. Little tiny jalapeno, and this is my big massive tomato. Okay, so look at the difference. That one is still fine. This one is a pepper Roma. Now, this one you can see has quite clearly got its secondary leaves. So that's one that I'm looking at. Not quite yet, but it's almost there. But this is a difference. Now I'm going to put these back or I'm going to get them mixed up. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, so difference. I start everything off in these pots, this size of pot. So I can grow this on until it's a wee bit bigger and then pot it on. Okay, I could, and I have done it before, pot this on straight into the quad grow. But I'm not going to do that this year because I want a bit of space still. I've got things to do and I don't want the quad grow set up yet. So I'm going to pot it on into a bigger pot. If you start off in the little seedling trays, you probably want to get it potted on once it's at the Roma pepper size, okay? Because those little seedling trays don't have a lot of space. So how do you pot on? Well, quite simple. First thing to do, give them a good soak and let them sit and drain. If the soil's wet, it'll stick to the roots better, which means the roots won't dry out while you're doing stuff, and there's less chance of damaging things. Always a bonus. So you've done that, let them sit. Then you need a pot. So what's the next size of pot? Well, if you do all the plastic pot things, let me see, what have I got? You're probably going to about that size, okay? I don't necessarily do a lot of the plastic pots. I do these paper pots. So, I find, now have I got it? Yes, I do. Just to show you guys. So you will have seen me making my little pots using this. Obviously, if I want a bigger pot, that's not much use to me. I actually use a tin. So this is a tin of varnish. And it works out awesome. It's the same size. So, let me see. Let's get one that I'm finished with. All you need to do, dead easy, get some soil in there. And here's a cool trick. Now, if you use paper pots like me, you don't have to take your seedling out. You can put it straight in. If you're potting on from trays or plant pots, you're going to want to take this out of the pot, so be very, very careful, okay, as you don't want to damage anything. But you essentially, the little pot it's in, you can put it in and then fill the soil around. And what this does is it fills up your pot to exactly the size you need, leaving a very convenient little gap for the seedling to go in. So when I take that out, I now have an awesome little gap. Once your seedling is in the pot, get it all nice and topped up with soil. Make sure it's all nice and firm in there and secure. And there we go. First tomato plant potted on. So there's your job for the weekend, folks. Have a check. Do your seedlings need to be potted on? If they do, get on with things. See you, everyone.